Paul McGlure getting ready to go each other in SEC East battle. Tennessee and up as soon as the Spartans and Wolverines are done.
And Reese are playing first place right now. Belongs to the Vols by 1/2 game over Kentucky in the East.
I'll tell you one thing, there's no love between Mr. Black and Mr. McGlure. Mr. Black, the center of Tennessee at Media Day last year, said that McGlure was one of the dirtiest players in the game.
Really?
You got to believe that's going to be posted in that locker room. Sometimes kids say things that they really don't mean, but the bottom line is there's going to be a lot of physical contact down there in Lexington, Kentucky.
Rivalry week presented by America Online continues as Super Tuesday continues on ESPN. Key matchup from Rupp Arena in Lexington. Over 23,000 on hand for the biggest game of the regular season to this point. Tennessee comes in, the number 9 team in the country. The starting lineup looks like this. Yarbrough and Victor up front. Black and Higgins and Tony Harris at the point. And our FedEx starting lineups for Jerry Green and for Tubby Smith and the home Wildcats. Desmond Allison, Tayshaun Prince up front with Jamal McGlure, Keith Bogans, and Saul Smith in the backcourt. And two teams that are as hot as anybody in the country. Kentucky's won 14 straight at home. Tennessee has won 9 straight on their opponent's home floor. Tennessee actually ranked higher than Kentucky. You don't say that many years. As you look at the standings, they can open up a gap between themselves and the Wildcats with a win. Kentucky has different ideas. They hope to take over the top spot. Biggest game in the conference so far this year. Brad Nessler and Larry Conley with you. John Clockerty to throw it up between Victor and McGlure, and we're underway, and Tony Harris will have it in the backcourt.
Kentucky looking for a measure of retribution after losing 2 games last year to these Volunteers, who became the Eastern Division champions.
First time last year that Tennessee swept Kentucky in 20 years.
Man-to-man by Kentucky.
Yarbrough has been as hot as anybody in the conference. The SEC Player of the Week buries the first shot of the ballgame.
Brad, he is making a serious play for Player of the Year in the Southeastern Conference. The sophomore's having a terrific year.
We saw him have a great game against Auburn last Tuesday night. Then he went out and had 25 to match his career high in their win over South Carolina over the weekend. Trying to answer on the other end is Keith Bogans, and he does.
Talk about somebody who's been playing well recently. Since he's been inserted in that starting lineup, Kentucky has won 11 of 12.
And Bogans coming off a 16-point game in the win over Miami over the weekend. Turnover Tennessee.
Brad, there's one matchup on the floor that we want to pay particular attention to, and that's Allison on Yarbrough as we take a look at Tubby Smith in his 3rd season at Kentucky.
Here's Saul Smith with Tony Harris on him. Tayshaun Prince, who's been in a slump the last 4 games. There's McGlure working down low against Black. No love lost there. Left-hand hook off the mark. And Prince and Victor collide. Last touch by Prince. Jerry Green's done a remarkable job with this club. Back-to-back NCAA visits, and now off to their best start. If they win tonight, it'll be their best start since before World War II. Can you believe that?
That's incredible. That's before you and me.
That's pre-Conley and Nessler. They're 18-2. 19-2 is the best start in school history.
Kentucky with a good man-to-man defense. Keep an eye on this Tennessee club. They can shoot the ball from outside.
Here's Yarbrough's going to try another one. That one's off the mark. Tipped by Black. And Yarbrough saves it.
Terrific play by Yarbrough. And there was Tony Harris at midcourt. Now Allison's got Harris out front.
Some mismatch, at least size-wise. Harris trying to take advantage of his speed. And Bogans blocks it, but Victor's there to scoop it up. I almost had one there.
I thought you had it. Tayshaun Prince trying to get it out as quickly as he can after the made field goal. Threw it to my partner here, Brad Nessler, and he let it go by.
187th meeting between these two teams, and I don't think we'll have any problem topping the 1910 encounter. Kentucky 26, Tennessee 5. Kentucky with a decided advantage, 126 victories over the previous 186 games.
Right, one of the things that Tennessee's done very well this year is shoot the 3-point field goal. They lead the Southeastern Conference in that area.
Black tried one there, shagged down his own miss, and an offensive foul. Nice job by Bogans holding ground on the baseline.
Well, Bogans gave it a pretty good acting job that time because Black didn't look like, I think he didn't push him that hard with that shoulder. Yeah, he did too. A little bit different look there from down below. My angle didn't show that.
CJ gives you about 260, so it's a pretty good sized shoulder.
Looked like one of those offensive linemen we saw on Sunday.
That's right. Lace quiets down momentarily. Kentucky trailing by 2 early.
Bogans wants to do something outside. He's got Yarborough guarding him.
And he's going to go straight up with it. Hit his first one. That one rims out, and Victor with a rebound.
These are two pretty good rebounding teams. Tennessee ranked second in the Southeastern Conference and grabbing the boards.
Harris crossover dribble and goes to the paint. Victor way up for the rebound, but he couldn't keep control of it. Nice hustle by Isaiah Victor, but he can't handle it.
Right, these two teams, Kentucky got off to such a slow start this year. They've already lost 5 games, but as you indicated, they played much better recently. In fact, in conference play, they played about as well as anybody.
Won 5 straight, 11 of their last 12. The Cats. Tennessee's won 12 of their last 13 in the SEC. Something's got to give tonight. Bogans will try it again. Short that time. Victor will clear it up.
The one surprising loss was Tennessee's loss at home to Vanderbilt. Vandy came in and shot just lights out on the 3-point shot.
Dan Lange had about 31 on that one, and they did shoot great. Most teams have not against either of these teams from the field this year.
Well, neither club can seem to find the basket right now. I hope we don't get involved in that game like they had here last year that you were involved with.
Yep, that one was more like a football game. Got a little physical, low scoring. Tennessee won it by 1. First time they'd won in Rupp in a couple of decades. Allison around a pick.
Nice McGlure really going at it down low.
They really are. Let's see if they get it to the big guy. Black knocks it away. Still comes free to Kentucky with 10 on the shot clock. Now 7. Lynch has got to try to get it to McGlure. He's going to have to take it. With the left hand, he walked with it before the shot.
Good call. McGlure trying to do a little too much with it. They need to get the basketball into him, and if he doesn't have the shot, kick the ball out. And I'm sure that's what Tubby Smith is saying to him right now.
In SEC games, not overall, but just in conference games, McGlure leads the conference in field goal percentage, much with the same kind of moves we've seen from him the first 2 times he's put it up, but he's missed them both.
He's averaged 13 for the year. He's at 17 in conference play.
Higgins. Prince may have gotten a piece of that. Bogans clears off the miss. Kentucky looking to run. Saul Smith on the right lane. He'll take it up. And a foul.
A little bit with Black and Hathaway on McGlure tonight to try to wear him down.
A little preventive measure for getting anybody in foul trouble, too. Smith hits the second, but Kentucky with 15:47 to go first half, trailing 9th-ranked Tennessee by 1. 1 early, 15:47 first half. Welcome back to Rupp Arena. Brad Nessler and Larry Connolly along with you. This one's got the big-time feel. Not that they all don't at Rupp Arena, but when you got 2 teams of this quality, I think everybody's pretty geared up for this, including the 2 big guys in low.
Yeah, they've been battling there. You're becoming a permanent resident here.
I know, so are you.
Let's take a look at the replay earlier of these 2 guys going to battle inside. We talked about Jamal McGlure and also C.J. Black. I'll tell you, Brad, there's no love lost between these 2 guys. In fact, they've had some words about it.
C.J. Black in the paper here in Lexington today talking about Jamal McGlure just simply said, I don't like the dude. It kind of looks that way in the first 4 minutes.
That's as simple as you can make it. C.J. Black right now taking a little bit of a breather over there, letting Charles Hathaway come in and play that post position. Jamal McGlure having such a great conference start. This guy has played much, much better this year than he did last year.
I think even in the first 4 minutes, a little bit of jitters from these 2 teams because they are both ranked in the top 17 in the country. Tennessee in the top 10. This is as late in a long time as they've been ranked in the top 10.
Well, it's a basketball team that deserves their ranking. I think, having watched them all year long, I will tell you that they've got a lot of talent. They're very deep, got some quickness. And here's the quickest guy on the floor right there with the ball.
What he did to Auburn last week shouldn't be allowed in public. Victor.
An inch on him, but Victor much more adept at working inside than outside.
Victor's such a smooth player, but he's been in a slump too. He and Prince, the 2 guys playing against each other, both been struggling. 3-pointer. Bogans pulls it off the backside. Nice ball fake. And Bogans has 5.
Hathaway went to the floor over there. I'm not sure why he went down, but it allowed Bogans kind of sneak in and get a small little rebound on the right side and another deuce.
And the freshman, who might be up for freshman of the year, who knows, in the SEC, is just giving Kentucky its first lead. Yarbrough's going to go right over McGlure. McGlure talked to him a little bit, and boy, was that an answer?
That was a bad mismatch right there. What happened was they got caught on a switch, and Magloire had to go out and guard him out on the floor. And Magloire cannot guard Yarbrough that far away from the basket.
I know that Jamal had something to say. He's going to try to answer on the other end. That's not exactly his range or shot, and the rebound is Tennessee.
Well, the Volunteers surrounded that basket. There wasn't a white jersey anywhere near that rim.
Hathaway has it skip off his hands. Charles stags it down in front of us. Tony Harris has been red hot from three-point range, leading the conference in three-point shooting, percentage-wise anyway. 10 on the shot clock. Higgins kicks out. Yarbrough trying to get Allison in the air.
Great pass.
Hathaway.
What a great look. Defense came to him. Yarbrough just dropped it right in his lap.
Miss Hathaway could have made that one. Tennessee by 4.
Kentucky trying to spread their offense right now. Get some openings.
Saul Smith for 3.
Nice
shot.
Very nice.
Got a good look and squared up and buried it.
So one thing Kentucky has really struggled this year with is their outside shooting.
Tony Harris comes back and says, here you go, Saul. Here's one for you. The 44th three-pointer of the year for Tony Harris. Just after I told you he's red hot from three-point land.
All of a sudden, we've got threes raining down.
Yep.
Tennessee very tough on the interior on defense. Harris really hawking Smith out front.
Watch for a 5-second call. Smith now going to take one, airball it up there, and got hurt in the process. I don't know if he took a shot low or what the case was, but Harris on the other end goes down and misses a wide open shot. Let's see if the officials, and now Ty Lopes is going to. Tennessee leads by 4. Same matchup, Smith and Harris. Now the switch off on top. There's Bogans open again.
Got another one. Oh, they are really burning up the nets now from beyond that three-point line. Yarbrough did not get out to guard Bogans.
Yarbrough's going to try one on the other end. That one's short.
Smith over to the bench.
Bogans has done a nice job off the Kentucky bench this year. He's an excellent three-point shooter as well.
Stone wants it inside. He wants to work on Black.
Marvin Stone in the paint, double team. Nice kick out to Bogans. And Stone off the backside, pulls down the rebound. Come in, and he did. And Baker's also in there with Slay, so some new folks on the floor for Tennessee. Slay and Baker, Woods, Hathaway, and Harris.
I think it's one of the strengths of this club is the fact that they can go down to that bench and go to their 9th and 10th guy and really not drop off very much in talent.
Desmond Allison gave up a 3, and Blevins coming around a pick is fouled by Tony Harris.
Stone faked the shot. Like everybody knew he was going to take one from there.
Nobody bought that one. Jules Kamara in the Kentucky lineup.
Slay, a good defender out on the floor.
Kamara is a guy that would take a shot out there, even though he's 6'10". I'll tell you that right now. Trying to skip a pass in. It's kicked. They'll reset the shot clock. We'll take a timeout. 11:41 remaining in the first half. Good game going on here at Rupp Arena. As Larry said, starting to rain threes in Lexington. Tennessee by 1. Tennessee leading Kentucky by a point with 11:41 to go in the first half. 9th-ranked Tennessee playing Kentucky, and Kentucky's got to be thinking, you know, I'm sick of this. Winning the national championship a couple of years ago to not knowing what's going on now. Well, I think he knows what's going on. His team's won 11 of the last 12. On the baseline, Stone missed, and it comes free to Blevins. Kamara from 16, got it.
Very nice. Slay a little bit shorter. In fact, he went back, gave him a high five. Said, nice shot, big fella.
That's the second time Kentucky's led in the ball game by 1.
Blevins got his hands full out here with Harris.
Woods from outside. Too deep. Allison off the backside with a rebound.
This club's taking care of the basketball so far, too. We've had very few turnovers.
Kentucky's only had 1 so far. Tennessee's got a couple.
Tennessee not putting a lot of pressure on the ball and allowing that first pass to be made from the point.
If you're going to get on Bogans defensively, you better get on him. You can tell he's looking to shoot.
Look at Hathaway and Stone all the way out there. Both these clubs really extending their defenses.
Bogans with 5 on the shot clock.
Knocks it down. He's feeling it. Oh, does he feel it?
Kentucky by 4. Baker on the drive on the baseline. Woods keeps it alive. Baker's going to try it himself from deep on the baseline, and Blevins says, I'll take that one. Kentucky with a little run going on.
Give it to Bogans.
Give it to him. Got it.
He's hot.
I said you better get on him. Keith Bogans making a statement for freshman of the year with the first half.
Pick up your prize.
Kentucky now with a little bit different looks defensively, coming out with a little more pressure. Man-to-man, full court.
There's Walker playing the point for Tennessee. And Higgins, the 2-guard. Yarbrough had it blocked by Prince. Ball still free. Saul Smith saves it. Stone, nice penetration in the lane. He missed a layup. And trying to save it, goes out of bounds. Now, was he pushed out of bounds? That's what the conversation.
They're going to give him a timeout.
They're going to give him a timeout.
I saw Tom Lopes looking to Gerald Boudreaux to see if, in fact, he heard him say timeout. He said yes, so Kentucky's going to get the ball back. Check number 1 team, Kenyon Martin, terrific basketball player. Second best player in the nation might be Pete Michael.
On the same club, not bad, huh? And foul on Saul Smith, I think, for shoving off for a blocking foul.
That is on Smith. It's his first, the team's first.
7-point Kentucky lead. It remains with 9:27 remaining in the half. Tony Harris on the bench right now for Tennessee. Takes away part of their spark as far as three-point shooting. Walker, nice move in the lane.
I want to tell you what, they've got great freshmen on this Tennessee team. Harris Walker being one of them. Ron Slade, John Higgins, Marcus Hazlett. I'm going to tell you what, they've got 4 outstanding freshmen.
Walker's basket cuts the Kentucky lead to 5. Tayshaun Prince has not scored in this game yet.
This
Bogans has. He got that one off, partially knocked away from behind. The outlet pass to Higgins. Nice play by Victor. Higgins will square and fire. Tayshaun Prince the rebound. Tayshaun looking up court. Kamara got his man in the air and was fouled by Higgins. Missed the second. Walker corrals it. Kentucky leading by 6. Tennessee looking to cut into that lead. Tennessee led by 4 early, and then high 22 against Florida. These last couple of games, he's kind of hit a little bit of a wall.
But he's been on a roller coaster ride, though, all year long.
Bogans from 15. No foul call. He got his own rebound. Missed the layup. But Kentucky will get a fresh clock. I'm not quite sure how Bogans got that rebound of his own miss. Lane violation against Kentucky.
Yeah, McGlory standing in there way too long. He wants the basketball down low. You know, right now, though, McGlory is having such a great conference season. If he's not going to be able to score in there, let Bogans do it until he just gets cold, then go back to the inside.
Good point. Past the 8-minute mark with Kentucky leading 21-15. Walker doing a lot, maybe did too much. The move was good. The shot wasn't. You got a second chance, though, off the glass.
Well, Walker playing very well. Harris Walker only averaging 2 points a game. Looked like he's the guy averaging 20.
He was Double-A's Mr. Basketball in the state of Tennessee at Brainerd High School in Chattanooga. Doing a nice job off the bench, and he's cut the lead down to 4. There's McGlory with Hathaway behind him. 7 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in the first half. Kentucky leading. That big run of 11 straight put him in front. They had a group going early to Tennessee, but Keith Bogans has lit up the crowd at Rupp Arena. Posted on that one. It's a 4-point game here. Kentucky. Tennessee had the early lead, led by as many as 4 on a couple of occasions, and Kentucky went on a run and started lighting it up from outside the arc. As you can see, 5 of 9 from 3-point range, and 4 of those are Keith Bogans. They've also out-rebounded Tennessee, and they lead by 4. But there's the guy of the night so far with 14 points.
Brad, the irony of that is the fact that Kentucky ranks last in the Southeastern Conference in 3-point field goal percentage.
That's what I said. Tubby's got to hire him as his shooting coach. Bogans will inbound. Smith, Prince, Bogans, Kamara, and McGlure. 4 of the starters on the floor for Kentucky. Guys that started the beginning of the ball game, I should say. They continue to change up on both sides. Bogans trying to feed it down low, an errant pass. Victor comes out of there with it.
Didn't force the issue, pulled it back out. Tennessee's going to run their half-court game, which is very effective.
Tony Harris still not in the lineup. Higgins and Walker playing the guard spots. There's a steal by Bogans. Here comes his 16th point.
Well, I'll tell you, what a night he has had. Keith Bogans, a freshman, out of one of the best high school programs in all of America, DeMatha Catholic.
In Hyattsville, Maryland. Tony Harris off the Tennessee bench. They're going to need some firepower here pretty soon. They're down a half dozen with 6.5 to go.
Look at halfway McClure. Really, I mean, they're going to war down there on that low block when they get ready.
And the feed inside Kamara with a foul on Victor.
Right, one of the things that I think Keith Bogans does very well as a freshman, not only you don't go beat it, some guy's going to get it. That time Bogans got it.
Victor on the inbounds play.
Well, that's something to scout. You work on the scouting report. You want to do that every day in practice. Finally, you get one like that. It pays off.
That's the Kentucky lead back to 4. We approach 6 minutes with Larry Conley, Brad Nessler, and our ESPN crew at Rupp Arena. Sold-out crowd. Battle for the top spot of the SEC Eastern Division. Big collision on the baseline. McGlure goes down hard. Allison trying to drive, and Victor will clear off the rebound.
Well, Isaiah Victor made a good rebound right there. He went up with that left hand and pulled that one down. Tennessee trying to get back in this thing.
Gerald Boudreaux called a foul down low.
We thought this game might be pretty physical down inside. Watch McGlure right here. Trying to draw a foul. Instead, he just slid into third base.
Jerry Green went ballistic on that play by McGlure. C.J. Black on the bench with 2 fouls. May not see him anymore this half, so it's been Hathaway and different variations of the lineup now for Tennessee without C.J. in there. Hayslip being one of them. Missed it off the baseline. Allison pulls it down. Kentucky, a much different look now. Bogans and Blevins and foul on. They're doing better than that tonight. Stone keeps it alive. Missed badly when he went back up with it, though.
Good offensive rebound, poor execution on the shot.
Tennessee hanging around, only trailing by 4. They start heading for 3-point range. That could have changed in a hurry. Victor didn't finish a drive. Stone clears it out to Blevins. And Blevins has it knocked away by Tony Harris.
Boy, Harris made a great defensive play right there. Did they get him for a hold?
Yep, they got it. Gary Green can't believe it.
Blevins made the move on the right side. Thought he had the opening. That one quick step. I think it's a good call. He got him across the arm.
That's as animated as I've seen Jerry. Larry, you've known him a long time. He's working it over there. Look at you got to be kidding me. He can't believe it. He gave one of those looks like, I know we're on the road in the SEC. He's still got that look on his face.
Look of frustration.
Yeah. He's got an awfully good basketball team, though, and you know they'll make another run here before halftime. Blevins is 15 of 17 from the free throw line this year. And got all of that one.
We got a foul on a made free throw.
Exactly. Might be on McGlure.
It is. John Clougherty telling McGlure, don't push off. You know, those guys get warnings. Usually they'll tell him, say, look, don't do that. No warning that time. John Clougherty says, don't do that. Don't push off. Watch it again.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
elbow.
that's pretty obvious.
Jerry Green just had a little chat with Gerald Boudreaux and Tommy Lopes, too, over there, as they're telling him to cool his jets a little bit. Everybody's emotions running high with Kentucky leading by 6, and we're past the 5-minute mark in the first half.
Yarborough, we haven't heard much from him except for the first opening minutes.
Tony Harris got a look. He can bury it from out there.
What a good shooter he is. Blevins got there, but he was too late. By the time Harris gets set, you better be in front of him.
Tony's only taken 2 from outside the arc. He's hit them both. We told you he was the best percentage three-point shooter in the conference. Almost stolen by Victor. Blevins is going to try a triple. Harris with a rebound, and Tennessee's got a chance to make it a 1-point game. Harris pass to Victor on the baseline. And a tip in by Hayslip, and it is a 1-point game.
And all of a sudden, Tennessee getting back and doing the things that's made them the #8 team in the country.
We said they'd make a run before halftime. They're right back in the thick of it.
This is a good club. They're not going to walk into anybody's home and not feel like they're going to get intimidated. They're not going to be.
Victor's going to pick up his second foul.
Watch the follow-up. Hayslip with a nice follow. I'm telling you, these freshmen at Tennessee are really good, Brad.
Yep, Marcus, another one out of Marshall County High School in Lewisburg. Here's Tayshaun Prince, who was a heck of a freshman last year for Kentucky. Free throws, they missed their last 2. Tomorrow night we'll bring you one of the best matchups for 7 men. Huskies take on Villanova. Rivalry week presented by America Online continues tomorrow on ESPN.
I think Allison bumped Hayslip down underneath and he lost the basketball. Kentucky's going to get it back after Prince missed 2 free throws.
Get it in Bogan's hands offensively. Prince off the inbound. Rimmed out a 3, and Hayslip. Errant pass. Nice job by Saul Smith to step on the passing lane. Saul's going to try to score offensively. And Victor with a rebound. Boy, Walker's fast, isn't he?
He is. Great pass. Oh, what a pass.
Stone with a foul.
I want to tell you what, here's Walker has picked this Tennessee club up.
He looks like Peerless Price playing in a basketball uniform. I mean, he's got some juice. Gets it down the floor in a hurry. Makes a nice pass.
When you've got a Harris Walker and a Tony Harris running your backcourt, you're in pretty good shape. Freshman delivering the pass down inside to the other freshman. Hayslip. He'll go to the line for a couple. Watch this cross the middle in the lane area pass. Oh, that is really nice.
And Hayslip misses the free throw. He's only a 52% free throw shooter. It's been one of Tennessee's problems this year. They've been better the last couple of games. They're shooting about 75% the last couple of games, but only 65% as a team on the season. Hayslip got the second of 2, and we are all tied up with 3:41 remaining in the first half. The third time tonight with 3:41 remaining in the first half. Tennessee on that last free throw has tied it up at 25. Both teams from 3-point range doing all right. Kentucky's cooled off a little bit now, but Bogans was red hot early. They're 5 of 11. Tennessee 4 of 11. Tony Harris has hit the 2 that he's taken to give him 45 on the year, which was 3rd in the conference coming in.
Brad, the one thing I said about this Tennessee team, and I still believe that this is a Tennessee club that plays so well on the road. I mean, you enumerated earlier about their wins going into other people's gyms and arenas, but I'll tell you what, this is a tough club. They don't blink when they go into somebody else's place to play. 9 straight they've won on the opponent's home floors. Now they are 1-1 this year on neutral courts, but other than that, 6-0 on the road this season. Trying to make it 7. And Kentucky has yet to lose at home yet.
Yep. Last time Kentucky lost to Tennessee a year ago here at Rupp Arena. You don't see the Kentucky fans go home disappointed too often unless the win wasn't big enough. We're down to 3:20 in the half. Not very often that party outside Rupp out there where people just go home, is it?
Well, that's right. That's exactly.
You and I do, obviously, but nice feed inside to Victor, who spins on the baseline. Kamara pinned it against the glass. Allison looking to run. Saul Smith out to Prince for 3. Got it.
Well, the story of this first half has been the 3-point shooting of Kentucky.
Kamara with his 27th block of the year is the guy that got that thing going in the other direction.
Man, it's not surprising with these two clubs. They ranked 1 and 2 in the Southeastern Conference in block shots. In fact, we've got 5 of the 10 top block shot leaders in this game.
Crowd back in it now after Prince's first field goal of the night. Harris trying to work against Allison. 8 on the shot clock. Yarbrough, nice feed down low. And Hayslip's foul. And they're going to call it on Prince.
Julius Kamara up there. It's one of those 5 shot blockers I was talking about. Watch Isaiah Victor. He thinks he's got a good move. Kamara comes from the other side. He pins the
50% from outside the arc. Hayslip to the free throw line. Missed badly on his first one. Pushed his last 2 in now. 4 for Marcus.
Oh, he had some game this year against West Virginia, 22, and didn't miss a field goal.
9 for 9 back in December against West Virginia. He can cut this lead down to 1 if he hits the second here. Got them both.
Tennessee now with pressure of their own.
28-27 Wildcats.
Little zone trap.
And almost a steal by Walker. Bogan scoops it to Kamara.
What a great pass by Bogans. Good court awareness, knowing where your guys are on the floor.
Bogans has done a little bit of everything so far in this first half. Walker on the baseline. Reverse layup. Prince got that one. Another one of the good shot blockers. That's his 27th of the year. And now Slay will pick up a loose ball. Pass by Kamara on the other end. He was trying to save it and threw it away.
I think Allison was a little surprised it came his way.
30-27.
Tony Harris is slowing things down. I think Jerry Green wants to run the half-court game against Kentucky's defense.
Harris works free. Came short on a 3. Bogans, the outlet to Smith.
They got numbers.
4-on-1. Allison, the slam.
Tennessee did not get back on defense. Only got back was Harris Walker.
Kentucky by 5. Hayslip from downtown Lexington. And Slay trying to go back up with it as foul.
What was that shot by Hayslip?
No idea.
He has only attempted 10 threes all year, and he launched one from beyond the NBA line. Let's go back and look at Bogans again, giving the ball up to Saul.
Auburn, 9 points and 8 rebounds. Ron Slay, another one of the freshmen. Virginia's prep player of the year at Oak Hill Academy last year.
He's really given them good minutes off the bench this year. He's only averaging about 16 minutes per game. He'll probably get a little bit more than that tonight. But 8 points and 4 rebounds, that's a pretty good contribution, Brad.
Not to mention his free throw shooting. He's now hit 17 of his last 19 free throws. A 6'8" freshman. Hometown is Nashville. There's his numbers on the year. Trying to cut the Kentucky lead to 3. He does. Slay with his first 2 of the night. We approach a minute in the half. Again, backcourt pressure. Yarbrough all over Allison.
Good handle that time by Kentucky.
Kamara might have gotten away with a walk, but he got the turnaround.
See, Slay's not big enough to guard him. They've got Slay in the paint area down there. He's only 6'8". Kamara goes 6'11". McGlory on all 4s down there cheerleading.
Kentucky by 5. With 45 left in the half. Baker on the drive, off the glass.
Oh, that is so nice. He got it over Prince, and he got it over Kamara.
Del Baker's first basket makes it a 3-point game with a half-minute left in the half. Great yard by Murray. Halftime report with Reese and Digger coming up. I'll get it to you shortly, gentlemen. Allison outside the arc. Missed it. Hayslip the rebound. Tennessee can cut further into the lead if they get a decent shot here. Yarbrough's going straight up with it. And Smith clears off the miss. Saul's going to push it up. He'll have a chance for a shot at the end. He got it to Kamara. Nice pass in low. 8 points on the night. They got them both. Tennessee might get a long shot here before the break. Higgins is going to have to hustle though with Blevins on it from half court. And it hit the back of the iron. Wait a minute. A timeout.
Oh, a technical foul.
Oh, a technical foul. I thought it was a timeout. It is a timeout.
I thought he called. I saw him put his hands together. I thought he'd call a technical. He said timeout. So they're going to take a 30.
So they're going to put some time back on the clock.
Well, the question is how much time? I saw Tom Lopes put his hands together. I thought, what in the world?
That shot from about 45 feet almost went too right before the buzzer. Now 0.8. They're going to probably not get as good a shot as they just got. Maybe though.
Let's take a look at it again. Now you see the 3 seconds left. Higgins gets the ball. Now the timeout is called, but I don't know at what point they got it, but they're going to give him 0.8 of a second.
Had to have been in the backcourt because Tom Lopes is the guy that waved it off and said timeout, timeout, timeout. Everybody else was looking as we were from midcourt down in the other direction. At any rate, A 5-point Kentucky lead right now with one long ball from Del Baker coming up to try to get it to a teammate. And here comes the inbound. To Slay at the buzzer. Air ball.
I like the other one better.
I did too. Neither one of them went, though, but that guy went for quite a bit in the first half. 16 for Keith Bogans, including 4 rebounds and a couple of steals. And 17th ranked Kentucky at home, as always, tough. They lead 9th ranked Tennessee 36-31. The Courtyard by Marriott halftime report. Reese and Digger is next, guys.
All right, Brad, and we're going to get a little bit more than 47-46 in this one, Digger. You know, Tennessee, I thought, took some really ill-advised shots, especially early in the first half. Kentucky last in the league in three-point shooting, but it was shooting that got them in it and got them in the lead.
The 11-0 run basically because Tennessee forgot that they can get the ball inside. They go 3 for 10 shooting threes. You can't do that in a game like this, and you can't have those spurts where you just get to the negatives, and that's what hurt them in the first half.
Tennessee's taken nearly 80 more three-pointers on the season than Kentucky has.
Basketball Hall of Fame. Some of Rupp's runts are in there. We've got one of the runts here with us, and a lot of great players and All-Americans and retired jerseys ringing Rupp Arena. And the ringing of applause tonight for a team that's out in front by 5 over a higher-ranked opponent from the SEC. Kentucky 36, Tennessee 31. Brad Nessler, Larry Conley back along with you. And I don't know if Keith Bogans is going to end up in that Hall of Fame. He played like in the first half.
All he needs is the first half.
Right.
Let's take a look at the first half. We had some outstanding highlights. I mean, there were 2 guys that really lit it up. Keith Bogans, obviously, coming off of a tremendous 20 minutes. He was 4 of 7 from three-point range, and he absolutely drained it. Good defensive play right here. The anticipation on the defensive move to get another deuce. 16 points. Jules Kamara really played well. Great block right here. One of the leading shot blockers in the SEC, but he can do it on the offensive end, too.
Kentucky shot 40%. Look at the three-point shooting. 6 of 13 for the Cats, and they out-rebounded Tennessee as well. 4 block shots, and Tennessee didn't have any. Now, C.J. Black was in early foul trouble and was out much of the first half. He's in there to start the second half. We'll see if that helps the interior defense of Tennessee as they trail by 5 to start the second half. Inside, that time Victor got a piece of that one.
We were talking about block shots. Tennessee did not have a 1 in the first half. I think Victor just got the first one.
And offensively on the other end, he scores. So Isaiah Victor, nice defensive play on one end, and puts Tennessee back to within 3 on the other.
Brad, that's really positive for Jerry Green's Volunteers right now to see Isaiah Victor come out of that locker room ready to play the second half.
Kentucky with their starting 5 out there to open up play in the second stanza. On a cut through is Bogans. Boy, you know, he got 16 points early. He now has a career high, by the way, of 18. They went away from him, and he never forced his game. You got to love that about a freshman. He started up the assists, the steals, started playing team basketball. Here's Victor with back-to-back baskets for Tennessee.
Yeah, but this is a positive start for Tennessee. They've come out, and Victor has really gotten them started in the right direction. Bogans already, you said those 18 points. He came off of a nice screen to get that last one. Tennessee really pushing it out a little bit. We start the second half, man-to-man defense. Look at all that screening inside.
Saul Smith tried to do too much with that one. The blow inside but threw it away. It's only the 7th turnover. Each team just with 6 turnovers each in the first half.
Well, Victor wants it again against Prince. He's the hot man.
They're trying to get it to him, and Bogans comes up with a steal.
Yarbrough made a bad pass that time. Bogans dropped right back in his lap and was able to get the ball.
Kentucky, by the way, has only lost once this year when leading at halftime. And they led by 5 at this break. Prince is alone. Can't leave him out there.
See, Victor's got to go out and guard him, and Isaiah Victor's much better on the interior defensively. Tommy Smith, you got to be pleased with your three-point shooting tonight for your club.
So.
Wow.
Definitely the best they've shot outside the arc in a while. And Victor was thinking about his
Magnitude that 3. You've got to play the D up tight.
This will lull you to sleep, too. They go stretches of 10 minutes without scoring and then spot up outside that arc and start firing them.
Well, he's also got that funky-looking shot.
He does. It's a set shot, no doubt about it. Morgan's trying to leave it for Allison. Really didn't go there. Miscommunication, and he throws it away.
Allison, once again, was unaware of the pass was coming his way. Tubby Smith with that very customary glare.
Doesn't go away very often.
No. A nice nice job with his club, considering the fact that they got off to what would, in Kentucky standards, would be a bad start.
Tony Harris looking for a pick, gets it, and fires long range over McGlure and Black and everybody else, and he was too far away.
Saul Smith didn't want to run that time, just kind of cradled the ball and wanted to go to their half-court game.
And there it is, McGlure down low, and C.J.
First half.
And McGlure only had 2 rebounds.
There's the little push at the end.
So Kentucky to inbound under their own hoop. Lead by 6, 3 minutes into the second half. Prince on the drive. Nice drive by Tayshaun Prince.
Man, that's something he does very well. I mean, he can shoot that 3, but he's really adept at taking the ball into the lane area and just stopping the pop.
Biggest lead of the night now for Kentucky. Tennessee, after opening up the second half in pretty fine fashion.
And Bogans is going to pick up a foul right here, trying to guard Black.
Some more of it between Black and McGlure.
Uh-oh, I think the officials are trying to send a message. You're going to get control of this game. It's not going to get out of hand.
Now McGlure's got 3.
Time for the players to make adjustments.
Yep. Again, as I've said, the only thing those guys are doing now is getting some pretty good body work done. They both got 3 fouls. They've been ineffective on offense, haven't done much on the boards. All they're doing is banging down low like this. That doesn't do really anybody any good. Yarbrough threw it away. And Bogans pushing it out.
Tennessee did a nice job getting back on defense that time. Good fake by Prince.
Prince got Victor in the air and worked the baseline, but Victor will clear off his miss.
Victor wants it back against Stone.
Baker for 3. Rimmed out. Saul Smith with the rebound.
Saul Smith with back-to-back rebounds on the inside. Good push. Good push.
Goes all the way, but fouled before. Here's the inbounds. And they're going to go to the free throw line.
Was that Black?
That is Black. Game, if you ask me, for a 9-point push. And they threw it away. Tennessee's block.
Doesn't look like the same club, does it?
The road in the SEC can be hard on you.
Great block that time by Yarbrough.
Here comes Woods the other way.
Those Baker's have got him. Those Baker's have got him. Yeah.
Tennessee needs some offense. Woods will try a 3.
Got it. That's big for Tennessee. They needed something positive to happen. Things have gone badly for them for the last 2.5 minutes.
John Clougherty. He's going to call a timeout after that made shot. With 15:37 to go, John says we need a timeout. We'll take a timeout. Kentucky leads Tennessee by 6. Kentucky leading Tennessee by 6. 15:37 left in the ball game. Among the many jerseys retired up there is Richie Farmer's number 32 from the late 80s. They've been meaning to have Larry Conley do that, but Larry
Top 25 right now. Conference breakdown. Does this surprise you? It should around the country. The SEC has 6 teams ranked in the top 25.
That's why it's tough to play at home, much less on the road. And Tennessee's finding that out tonight. Kentucky perfect at home this year at 8-0, trying to hold their home court as they've done. They've had 7 times in their 24 seasons at Rupp Arena when they have gone through their home schedule undefeated. And tonight they're looking pretty good as we've seen them maybe all year, especially with the added addition of better shooting outside. Prince. Slay runs over Saul Smith. Almost 5 minutes into the second half. Kentucky holding a 6-point lead.
Good job by Woods that time and Keith Smith to making the turn.
Woods and Walker, those 2 guards they bring off the bench, are lightning quick.
Not only the quick, they're very good defensively. Good switch that time by Tennessee, picking up Bogans out front.
There was somebody I'd set a pick for Bogans. They just haven't gotten the ball that much since his early offensive output. Marvin Stone, a little sky hook.
Well, we've been talking about the Tennessee freshman and Bogans. How about Marvin Stone, another freshman?
Lead back to 8. Here's Slay trying to back in, double teamed and fouled by Bogans.
Is it going to be Prince or Bogans? Prince might have gotten that one. He's not. He's wearing a pained expression for Keith Bogans.
In there with Yarbrough, Slay, and Terrence Woods. There's Slay. They got it to him with a low block. Pretty good turn on it. Missed the shot. Out of bounds to Tennessee.
Hey, one thing about these freshmen, they are not shy, any of them, on either clutch.
That's for sure.
I mean, they'll launch it, they'll work inside. Slay calling for the basketball. He says, I've got Prince in here, I'll get him. I love the confidence of these freshmen on these two teams.
And Bogans with a steal. Turn both steals into layups. He's got 20.
Nothing bogus about Bogans.
That's for sure. Yarbrough for three. Got it.
Beautiful, gorgeous shot by Yarbrough. Desmond Allison was all over him.
So that's quite an answer just when Kentucky had opened up a double-digit lead. Three-pointer by Yarbrough on the other end. Allison's going to try a triple of his own. He got it.
Allison had an outstanding three-point shooting afternoon down in Nashville against Vanderbilt. He's capable of doing that.
Kentucky must be getting some good home cooking, some gravy or something. This is the best they've shot all year, I think.
Harris looks like he may have hurt his right wrist. He's trying to make that maneuver going inside.
(51-41). Last week we saw Tony Harris stationary breakout last week.
Checking in the lineup before the ball.
See what happened here. Harris is trying to make a maneuver down into the lane area. Saul Smith looks like he just got him right on the forearm.
So Harris, second free throw coming up. He's got 7 points tonight, averaging 14 a game.
Doesn't seem to be bothering him right now. He's making those free throws.
Lead down to 8. We're under 13 and a half minutes. Tennessee's going to have to get a sprint together here. Kentucky's going to remain perfect at home. And they'll move to the top of the ladder in the SEC East if they hold on to this advantage they have right now.
I'll tell you another good thing that's important in this game, too, is the seeding thing is beginning to start to occur. You're in February right now.
The ACC. It all starts at 9 o'clock Eastern. You want to miss that one. Those two go back a long ways, and there's no love lost there either.
Battier has played so well for Duke this year. How about Chris Carrawell? Boy, has he played well.
Duke and Carolina, exception to Cincinnati. Maybe they're playing better than them. They've lost their first two and haven't lost since.
You and I talked a lot about freshmen tonight. How about those two Dukes got down there right now?
Absolutely.
Sousa and Williams are as good as anybody.
When you lose all the 10
To get it to somebody to bring it up. It's not going to be Kamara.
53-43. Cross-court pass to Bogans. Stone to Smith and Bogans for three. That one rimmed out. And Kamara keeps it alive.
A little inattention that time, I think, to take care of the basketball. Looked like Yarbrough let Kamara just steal it from him.
Every possession is going to be important for Tennessee. Pretty soon they come up with a steal. Tony Harris.
He's got numbers.
He'll lay it up and miss it. Slay could have laid it in there. Saul Smith backed off it.
Nice pass. What a look by Allison.
So it's a huge game as far as seesawing near the top of the conference standings. There's the reset. Tennessee with a possession arrow. You see the foul situation.
Here's the guy who's got to get Tennessee going. Vincent Yarbrough. Desmond Allison guarding him. Allison, one of the better defenders for Kentucky. Yarbrough, one of the best offensive players in the SEC.
He'll try three.
That's it.
There you go.
He's the guy. Got to get him the ball.
He's got 12 points. A very quiet 12 for Yarbrough.
They got off to a quick start and then all of a sudden disappeared in that first half. He had a couple here in the second half. See if he can pick them up and carry them.
Matter of fact, all his shots that have gone have been threes, Larry. Slipped down. He's got 4 threes. Smith will try one. And Saul dropped one in. That's his second three-pointer of the night.
Well, Kentucky's had the answer all night, haven't they?
They sure have. Lead by 12 with 11:08 to go. Victor, nice kick out to Higgins, wide open, and he buries it.
Oh, that was a nice job that time. Victor went inside, drew the defense right to him, and Higgins was wide open in front of the Tennessee bench.
Tennessee's going to take a quick timeout at the 11-minute mark as they trail 58-49. Floor's back on the floor, and Black's not. CJ with 4 fouls.
Great block by Hathaway. We're going to have a charging foul. draw.
Deshaun went way up in the air, and Charles, in charge of the paint, went up even higher. Watch this. Whew.
You know, I'd let that one go. Too far underneath.
Just under 11 minutes remaining in the half. Kentucky is leading Tennessee. But the Volunteers, presented by American Online, Kentucky leading Tennessee 58-49 in the 187th meeting between these two clubs. And Larry, we talked about the fact that it seems like the front courts are kind of countering each other between Magloire and C.J. Black, neither doing anything, but the backcourts have been an interesting contrast tonight.
Yeah, Smith and Bogans, you see those 29 points right there and 6 assists. Harrison Higgins not quite up to snuff, not at least with those two guys from Kentucky.
Bogans has had a huge night. Best we've seen him play. He's putting on a little one-man backcourt pressure too on Higgins. Tennessee's going to need some offense to come their way pretty soon. They've got to make every defensive matchup on the other end count. This is a guy that can give you some offense in a hurry if he doesn't try to do too much on his own. Goes inside and leaves it for Victor.
Nice pass by Harris. You couldn't allow him to penetrate that deep into your defense. Saul Smith, even as quick as he is, not nearly as quick as Harris.
Victor with 10. Tennessee keeps Kentucky in its sights at least at a 7-point disadvantage as we approach the midway point of the second half.
That's your point about Tennessee trying to get some stops right here. They really need to slow Kentucky down.
10 on the shot clock and halfway through the game clock. Bogans trying to work on Higgins. He'll take it all the way and try to leave it for Magloire. Threw it away.
Tony Harris, the great point guard for Tennessee. Watch this nice maneuver inside. Got the defense to come to him. Kamara out of position right there. And Isaiah Victor with an easy layup.
Nice little wraparound pass by Harris. And now he's going to go straight up with a three-pointer, and he got it.
All right, Tony Harris is picking it up for Tennessee. The two guys you expect to really carry the offensive load for the Vols, it's got to be Harris, it's got to be Yarbrough.
Well, this is a nice run put together. It was a 12-point game. All Tennessee now here in the last couple of minutes. They cut it down to 4. Magloire, the kick out to Kamara. He almost got himself in trouble, but he found Allison as a safety valve. And Victor with a rebound, and Allison maybe with a foul.
Pretty block out by Isaiah Victor that time. Allison was trying to get around him.
That is his second in the
Allison picks up his second.
More importantly, it's going to send Tennessee to the free throw line with 9:21 to play. They've got the 1-and-1 coming.
8 straight points in the last minute and a half exactly for Tennessee. And more to come if Victor can connect from the free throw line.
This Tennessee club is not going to go away.
Nope. They've just been too good against too many people this year. And Bogans gets a big hand from the crowd as he sits down, gets a breather. They're going to need him near the end, too. Victor at the free throw line is short. And Kamara takes off the miss.
That's what will kill Tennessee. Their free throw shooting is not very good. Ooh, Smith almost carried that ball.
Prince trying to spin to the baseline. Finally, he got to the paint. Nice move. First went baseline, then came back across the lane.
Well, he posted Yarbrough up. Look at the versatility of Prince. Shoot that little set shot, then go inside.
Victor had it blocked from behind by Magloire. And the officials, Gerald Boudreau overrules Tom Lopes, who had a better look at it.
Brad, take a look at Prince right here. When he posts up on the inside.
And drops in both free throws. 7 points for him tonight.
Right on his average.
62-54 Kentucky. Down to 8:40 to play.
Allison guarding Walker. Walker at 6'1", Allison at 6'5".
Yarbrough down to Hayslip low. Good job defensively by Magloire. Harris bumped by Allison.
See, there's a mismatch right there. Harris takes good advantage of his quickness and his speed. Allison out there trying to keep up with him. Allison's very quick in his own right, but not as quick as Harris.
Tony Harris will go to the free throw line. He's hit his only 2 from there tonight.
Watch this move by Harris. See that one quick step. See how low he gets over the basketball? Just can't get it away from him when he makes that kind of lightning move.
1,046 points for Tony Harris in his Tennessee career that is now in its junior season. He came earlier last week the 33rd volunteer player in history to hit the 1,000-point mark. Here's what he's done tonight.
You know, I remember those stories when Jerry Green first took the job at Tennessee, how important it was for him to keep Tony Harris in the fold.
Yep.
Went out and got him immediately. Says, you've got to come down there. We're going to build a team.
6-point Kentucky lead. Let's bring it up instead of Saul Smith.
Good idea. Once in a while, don't give the ball to a point guard. Let somebody else bring it up.
Now they get it back in Smith's hands. Trying to feed the post, and he threw it to Victor. That's about the second time or third time that Aheem McGlory have had the miscommunication, but they get it back going the other way.
Turnover at midcourt for Tennessee. Frustrating times for Jerry Green.
McGlory squares up now, wheels on Hayslip on the baseline. Prince with the foul.
How about that offensive rebound? There were 4 Kentucky players in there around that ball. Watch Walker. Oh, is he quick?
Is he ever? Yarbrough gets it back. Had it blocked by Kamar. Where did that block come from? And he does. And we've got a 9th-ranked Tennessee with 7:34 remaining in this one. Following our game, SportsCenter comes your way.
You and I did a lot of his games.
Yes, we did. 10-point game. Tennessee trying to pick up the pace a little bit on both ends. C.J. Black back in there now. He and McGlory picking up right where they left off. Harris missed the outside jumper, and Prince will pull it off the backside. And Prince to McGlory, picked off by Walker.
Boy, nice job by Walker. Did you see that anticipation? Head up looking. Good pass.
Yarbrough squares and delivers.
We'll give Walker a lot of credit there. He gets the steal, brings the ball up the floor, makes the assist. Yarbrough gets the basket.
Vincent Yarbrough has 5 3-pointers to account for his 15th. And this is a guy that's 6'7" and normally isn't taking that many, although he did come in with 27 threes on the year. Quiets the crowd momentarily as it gets it back to 7. Bogan's around a Kamara pick, gets it right back inside of McGlory. C.J. Black.
Is it Black?
I don't know. John Clougherty's going to tell us. Hayslip's down there saying the foul's on me, the foul's on me, because he doesn't want Black to pick up his 5th. And John Clougherty buys that. Well, maybe it was on Hayslip. I don't know. They were both there. That's a break for Tennessee, maybe.
Let's see if they got all ball or they got him on the arm.
Ooh.
There's a lot of ball there, too.
They could have called it on either one of them. And we'll give it to Hayslip because that's who John Clougherty gave it to. McGlory has one rim out. He had it. And he missed them both.
Tough night for the big guy. Fortunate that Bogans is getting done what he's getting done.
Black got his man in the air, drives the lane, little finger roll, the left hand. Where'd that one come from?
Got McGlory out there about the top of the circle. Says, watch what I can do when I put it on the floor.
C.J. a dainty little layup. And he cuts it down to 5.
Tennessee's not going to go away.
Walker playing close on it. Allison's quietly put together a nice second half. 7 points this half, 9 for the game. Part of that well-rounded scoring of Kentucky's tonight. Stone will come in, and Kamara will go out. Walker playing that point so they can try to free up Tony Harris, the 2-guard. And
there it is.
There went the timing. It didn't have to come from John Clougherty. Gerald Boudreau just hit Jerry Green with a technical. You can almost see it coming.
Well, I think what Jerry Green was upset with is that, look, he says you called it one way with the guy coming across the lane. If my guy's bumping, why don't you call it the other way with Kentucky's guy bumping at midcourt? Allison was out there pretty tough on Walker. Tony Harris over having a conversation with Gerald Boudreau.
The Tennessee players, Yarbrough and Tony Harris right in front of us. Talk to the officials too. Wow, McGlory threw a pass. I think it hit Allison right in the head. Walker coming the other way. Black wants it at the top. And almost lost it. In fact, he still might. I believe it's Tennessee's ball on the arrow. It is. Nobody could find the handle on that one.
Pretty good hustle by both clubs that time. Jerry Green, who just picked up that technical foul, watching his offense trying to get going. Stone down on the floor, and pretty good job by Black to get over there. One thing that Black wants to do is avoid that 5th foul. See, well, he's playing pretty actively in there for a guy that's got 4 fouls.
Tony Harris driving inside.
Well, that was a tough shot. He had Yarborough wide open on the baseline, decided to go ahead and shoot it.
15 for Harris on his average. Tennessee not going away. The lead of Kentucky's is 6.
Well, watch that 5-second call.
McLaurin, nobody's going to come out to meet him. And timeout taken by Kentucky.
Kentucky with the inbound pass.
Stone and Smith, Prince, McLaurin, and Allison. Bogans not on the court right now. He's been their main spark tonight. McLaurin on the pass from Smith. That's the first time since Ron Mercer accomplished that in '97. We showed Ron Mercer on the Kentucky Basketball Hall of Fame, one of the big posters there, and part of a trade in the NBA that Dan and Stewart will be talking about in about 5 minutes on SportsCenter. 5 minutes left. 71-63 Kentucky. They have led a good portion of this game. Victor trying to slam the foul and can't. Three-pointer. Might have been a time Kentucky would have used some clock and been better off for it.
Isaiah Victor's got rubber bands for legs. I'll tell you what, the guy, you just stretch him out and he just keeps flying up in the air.
He's about 25 pounds heavier than he was last year, too. Tony Harris has that look in his eye, doesn't he?
He wants to shoot it.
And now a foul, I believe, on Bogans.
I'll tell you, every time the whistle
go to the free throw line. Not even close. He has really been struggling from the free throw line. Just 47% the last 4 games, and that looked like a 47% free throw. Approaching 4 minutes.
Well, they're trying to get the ball inside the floor. He's doing a nice job defending it.
As you said, they have 4 fouls. He's doing a nice job.
Prince rips it. I'll tell you what, for all the times I've seen this guy play, I have seen him, just like he is tonight, really hot, and I've seen him miss 10 in a row from out there.
Well, he's had a heck of a second half. He now has 15 points, 12 of them this half.
He and Bogans have lit it up beyond that strike.
Now the fans are starting to sense it. Victor inside, glides in.
Isaiah Victor will have nothing to do with that. Hey, Victor's had a nice game.
Isaiah with a dozen. After only having 2 points in the win over South Carolina, his second lowest output of the year, has put together a 12-point game tonight, trying to hustle back on defense against Prince. We're closing in on 3 minutes. Kentucky by 9, trying to hold Ford at home and win again at Rupp Arena, as they've done 90% of the time in the last 24 years. There's a foul, and finally picks it up. Kentucky Hall of Fame. There are 7 of those NCAA title trophies in there. 2 NIT titles, 84 NCAA wins, and 1,763 wins. #1 all time. Coming into this one tonight, they're trying to make it 1764. They lead by 10 with 3:06 remaining. SportsCenter coming your way when we're done. Dan Stewart will be along. Dick Vermeil. If you have not, what a way to go out, huh? Not many guys can say I did it my way and then I got out of the way, and that's what he's going to do.
Tennessee needs some baskets in a hurry.
Tony's going to try to get him one. Allison pulls off the miss. Saul Smith, I think, turned his ankle a little bit trying to stay with Harris that last trip down court defensively.
Well, Butler's doing a nice job handling the basketball coming up against John Higgins. And he's got to guard against the 5-second call. Just run some clock. That's all they're looking for.
Down to 13 on the shot clock. 2:35 on the game clock. Now they'll eventually make a move to the hole. It's going to be Allison's turn. Slips a little bit. And still got a shot away. C.J. Black with a rebound. Tennessee now trying to push it. Harris Walker with that lightning speed, trying to leave it for Yarborough and threw it away. Can't do that and get back to the game.
Now it's been that kind of night for the Volunteers. They needed a basket right there.
Their win streak on the road is about set to go out the window. 2 minutes to play. Trailing by will be put some noise in the O-Dome next Tuesday night. Part of our Super Tuesday coverage on ESPN. Hope you join us for that one, because this is the biggest game in the SEC this year. By next week, that one might be. Yarbrough missed a three. And last touched by Kentucky.
Nice call that time inside by Gerald Boudreaux. Saul Smith touched the ball last before it went out of bounds.
Second in the volunteers is number
Terrence Woods will check in. Woods is a good three-point shooter off the bench. They're going to need all that firepower they can get. That's a good call.
Yeah, sometimes officials, they get a bad rap. I think they make the right call about 95% of the time. I wish we could make that. Do that. Just do that good.
You say that takes 60%. Black has to kick it back outside. Woods will try the long one. And Prince up high for the rebound.
You see those long arms of Prince? I mean, he has got a reach.
Yeah, he's got a wingspan. Now brings it up court against Yarbrough. And finds the open man. Good job by Tayshaun Prince. We're under a minute and a half. Kentucky looking to win their 6th straight game. Bogans has it knocked away. Saved. Nope. Stepping on the line. Including the Pro Bowl coming up this weekend. And it will be without one of its stars. The Ray Lewis story. They'll have everything for you on SportsCenter. Bogans fading away. Had to get a shot away with the shot clock winding down. Saved down the baseline by Allison. Nice hustle.
1 minute left in the game.
Under a minute. Kentucky spreading it out, throwing it around.
Yarbrough wants the foul.
And
Hard to come in here and win.
yep.
And it will be just as tough in Knoxville when these guys go down there.
Absolutely. Rematch is less than 2 weeks away. Harris fouled as he drives inside.
That is on Stone. That'll be his second in the team's 10.
Keith Bogan still out there with 43.2 is our America Online player of the game here in rivalry week. You can log on to Bogans and see it's 22 points, a career high. They've made the connection. Keith made the connection tonight.
Tell you one thing he was doing, he was certainly surfing the net.
Yes, he was. You only had to hit sign on at the beginning of the game for Bogans, and next thing you know, you looked up and he had 22 points. He was all over the place defensively as well. Great overall game, and here he comes up with a loose ball. Double teamed. He's going to add to his point total, it looks like. Tony Harris and Higgins are both there. It's Harris with the foul.
On Harris, his third.
So right now, Bogans with 22. Saul Smith has 12. Allison with 9. Tayshaun Prince with 17. And Jules Kamar off the bench with 9. That's pretty good balance.
Yeah, Kentucky will go to 16-5. And of course, they take over, more importantly, the Eastern Division lead at 6-1. Yeah, Dono with a little smile tonight, huh?
He'll shoot 2.
Gigi doesn't care. He's a Georgia Bulldog.
Well, what a night this guy's had. Keith Bogans.
Is Woods.
You know, Brad, it's been my observation this year and looking at college basketball, there seems to be 1 or 2 freshmen among the really great clubs in the country where the freshmen are really contributing.
Bogans, a major contributor tonight. 79-66. Final moments here. SportsCenter following us. And Patrick Stewart Scott. Yarbrough in the paint. Nice drive.
Basket by Yarbrough.
That's his first 2-point field goal of the night. He has 17 points. So his hot streak got in as co-player of the week. Had more than 20 points in 3 straight games. And it's almost going to continue. Picks up the foul in the front court.
One thing, when Kentucky comes down there, so they've already picked up 1 big win, and that was a double overtime win you guys had down there in Gainesville.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
Next up for Tennessee, they play Sunday in Starkville against Mississippi State. And then they've got back-to-back home games against Georgia and Florida on the 9th and 12th of February. Our player of the game, adding to his totals at the free throw line. Career night for Bogans, and a big night for Kentucky and their fans as Tony Harris launches a long 3. Tayshaun Prince with a rebound, and just got a hole.